I'm going to show you why millions of people have been doing their silicone caulk wrong, and it's all because of this. And as an added bonus, at the end of the video, I will show you how some of the pros make their silicone videos look good. I call this stuff washing up liquid. Over the pond, you might call it dish soap. You put it in a bottle like that with plenty of water. There's so many YouTube videos with millions of views where they silicone the gap there, and then straight away they spray a load of this over, and then they tool it off with their finger or something else. I'll demonstrate on this tile why they do that. There's some. I'll spray it on there. It's all because the silicone won't stick to it. Now that's all about it not sticking where you don't want it to stick, and some people also use window cleaner, and you can call this window lean or Windex. It's important that you don't get one with ammonia in, otherwise it will break down the silicone, but again it does not stick. Now with nothing on the tile, it sticks. I'll leave that there. I'll show you the trick later. I'm going to lay down a few beads and I will show you the situation. The first one's going to be exaggerated. The second one I'll lay down normally. I will do the same on the last one. Hopefully you would do better than that when you actually lay down your bead, but for all intents and purposes this is to demonstrate what the issue is. That one is reasonable. You're not going to get it perfect. That one is also reasonable. So some nutter come along with this and then went, yeah, this is what you do. Brilliant. Where do you think that silicone isn't going to stick? I'll spray my finger as well, look. Now look, that is an absolute shit bead. Like, I wouldn't be happy with that. I had to basically scrape off most of it just because I couldn't get the silicone in that bit because it just wasn't sticking. So we'll move on to a normal bead. Now this one is pretty much what you're going to lay down, but you can just about make out down the edge. Can you see them like little shadows? So that bead is kind of like profiled in a way, and there's a little dip down there and there's some little holes. Now if you then spray this like that, it is not going to adhere to them holes. Even if you tool it, we'll spray it. Okay. And you see just down that edge there, I don't know if you can make it out, it's not pushed up against the wall. Now we can try and force it in, and that's ultimately what people end up doing. But there will forever be a microfilm of water underneath there until it dries out. There's the same on the bottom, just down there. Can you see that shadow just there? Now even if your human eye cannot see it, there is a microfilm of water and soap just underneath there. That is where 99% of silicone fouls. It starts there because it's not adhered on the edge. You'll get the mold just underneath, it will start breaking down the silicone, and then eventually after it expands and contracts with like water, hot water, temperature, basically variations, it will get all wrinkly as well. So on Instagram and YouTube and everything like that, it looks fine, but it's not. It's really not. You can't do that. Now we'll do this one. I'll just use my tool. It doesn't matter what tool you use. This one, you can use these as well, they're fine. Or you can carve yourself a little bit of wood like that. You literally don't need it. You don't need it. Look, see, I've just done that. That was just one pass. That is stuck. It's not going anywhere. If you want to make tools like this, they're just a piece of softwood. I just trimmed it down on the table saw, and then I carved it a little bit, and then you rub it on some 180 grit and then 240 grit. Hopefully that's shown you why you don't need this. You don't need any of this shit. You can just do it properly without any of that, and it will stick and it will last longer. Now if you absolutely insist on using this or this, do not spray it directly on your bloody tiles or your bath or your sink. If you absolutely insist, spray your tools. I promised I'll show you the professional trick. They spray their tools on Instagram and stuff. They let their silicone firm up and then they mould it. Can you see how it's not sticking? You just mould it into place. That's what they do around the bottom of like kitchens and stuff, but never fucking do that in your shower.